So here we are on our deck. This is the Trex Elevations steel frame system. What we do is right now we're about 12 foot off the ground. So typically we still use a pressure treated 6x6 post to support our beam. But as you see, we can span a much greater distance by using the Trex Elevations. Our maximum span here is 18 foot. We have a beam running at 15 foot. If you're using pressure treated lumber, you'd never be able to reach that span. So that's why the Trex Elevation is a far superior system to be using. Also eliminates any cupping, warping, or twisting that you might get in your floor joists. So this really is the best system that's out there to use for Trex composite decking to put on. So what we've done is we've notched our steel beam into our post like we typically do with a wood beam. We then bolt it. Our ledger is attached to the house with 1/4 inch galvanized lag bolts. Those are staggered every 16 inches. And then the steel joists are run just like your typical steel joists, but we use Simpson strong tie joist brackets. Those are L70s, and they're attached with galvanized Tex screws, number 10s, and those will tie yourself into the ledger track. So this layout, because we are trying to span 15 feet, we've gone 12 inches on center instead of 16. That allows you a little bit longer span. So of course we come to the beam. At the beam, you're always going to block between every other joist. So as you see, there's a block in there, and again, 2 more of the Simpson strong tie L70 joist brackets are attaching that to the joist on both sides. And then as the joist has spanned over the beam and they've cantilevered, we then at every joist where the joist meets the outside ledger track, again, we have another bracket tying that into the outside track. Screw top bottom, also screwed into the sides with those brackets. On the angles, you use a Simpson strong tie LS70. That just gives you your angles, whether it's a 45 in this case. They're pretty much adjustable. And then also on the center, as you see down here, we've started. Half of your span, we're 15 foot, so we've gone 7.5 feet. We're blocking through, and that's solid blocking. Atop the beam went every other bay, but we are doing solid blocking, doing every single joist needs to have blocking in between it, and that just stiffens it up a lot. Right over here, we're finishing up the last section of the deck frame before we begin our stairs. So we've got 9-foot joists to put in. We've gone ahead, we've cut these to length. Every time you cut them, you then need to spray them with the approved finish. That just keeps the ends from ever rusting. And then Mike and I here are going to set this, and we'll show you how we do that. Right here, we've already have the Simpson bracket fastened in place. That will just make the installation a little easier. And we're keeping our 12-inch on center layout. And whenever you're setting the joist, you're going to alternate which way they face. Whether it's the flat side or the cup side, you always alternate. And that just makes it easier for blocking purposes. So let me hand this to Mike up here. Set it in place. And when using these products, because of this steel, you always want to make sure you're wearing your safety goggles. When you're cutting, you want to wear hearing protection, just protect yourself. But we're going to go ahead and fasten these in. Now I'll go back through later and set the joist brackets. But this just shows you the ease of the installation of these. Very lightweight. One man can carry a 20-foot joist, no problem, even a beam if need be. Be a little more difficult to use pressure treated lumber. You don't have to worry about this product being wet or anything. It's just a fantastic product to use. So we'll go ahead, we'll finish this framing up, build our stair landing, and then we'll go through and put our Trex decking down. Thanks for watching.